So the defense does come through, wins the game for Ohio State, but a lot of questions about the offense. In fact, we have a question for you. BTN.com/vote, our Slim Jim Snap Judgment. We want to know, quite simply, who do you think should be the starting quarterback for Ohio State next week? I feel like we asked a question very similar to this a week ago. JT Barrett came in and got them the win. What did you think of his performance?
You know, JT came in last week and looked like he was going to give them a boost, but really didn't. Today, I really think he did give them a boost. You know, the one thing we don't know is who's getting the reps with the one offense most of the day. But I thought JT looked really natural in there today. That's a perfect pass. I mean, it was a great catch for sure, but it was put in a place that allowed a great catch. This is one of their base routes, and then of course, JT does a little bit of running here, which I think he does better than Cardell, and he's more natural at it. But Howard, I would say if they're both getting the same amount of reps or Cardell's getting more reps with the ones, then I definitely think JT probably is going to be the starter. And so that's the one thing we don't know what's going on in practice.
Yeah, I think the ultimate thing they have to be able to do, they have to get the offensive line. Everybody has to get on the same page. They got to take care of the football. Turn the football over still. You can't do that. Even if you're having some struggles at the quarterback position, you got to be able to take care of the football. I also think they got to get Ezekiel Elliott more involved. They need to lean more on him. He can carry this team. He really can. And, you know, this is a tough team to play against. You know that. But they've got to step up and play a lot better than they have. But these are going to be some of the growing pains that they're going to have each and every week. They're going to have some struggles, and it's not going to look pretty. But they're winning these games, and they're at least be able to coach them up from a tape that they're winning on.
Yeah, and Urban said something at his press conference, I think, of why Elliott's not getting the ball so much is they're giving them some different fronts. They knew Virginia Tech was going to be different, but I'm not sure that they thought Northern Illinois was going to be different, and I think he's a little frustrated that they don't have a better plan for what he called the 30 defense.
Well, for what it's worth, JT Barrett winning the vote with about 2/3 of the fans saying he should start. I'll tell you what, guys, last 20 years, this is the smallest margin of victory for a #1 team at home against a non-power conference opponent. So it gives you a sense. You can say, oh, well, things like this happen a lot. The truth of the matter is they don't. And I think Urban Meyer knows it's pretty clear. He knows they have a lot of work to do. They certainly are a surprise. We've talked about Iowa. They're a surprise as well. So our Slim Jim Snap Judgment, we want to know which team has impressed you more to this point, Northwestern or the Hawkeyes. Howard, you have to focus in on this defense. They held Duke to 3 of 17 on third down. Their opponents this year, 6 of 43 on third down. They have really been special.
They really have, and they've been doing it at each level. You talk about the defensive line, the linebackers, and in the secondary, these guys are all making big-time plays. So let's start up front. But I think one of the best players out there, Dean Lowry, does a good job, sees he's not going to get to the quarterback, puts his hands up, comes up with a great interception for the big guy. Then all of a sudden here, watch the tackling. Comes in from the weak side, secures the tackle, strips the ball, and also recovers the fumble. Outstanding play. And then how about Anthony Walker? This guy had 19 tackles. 14 of those were in the first half. So this is a defense that's playing with a lot of energy. I don't know when the last time I saw a defense play with this much energy at Northwestern. They're doing a tremendous job.
You know what jumped out at me, Howard? The way Fitz managed this game. Defense playing lights out from the beginning. The kickoff return Mike showed us to start the second half, so the kick game is contributing. Offensively, they're struggling like crazy. But Fitz doesn't panic. They find some answers in the second half. They make some great calls. They protect the young quarterback, and the offense comes to the game. And they put all 3 phases together. They have a good fourth quarter offensively, and they win the game. I think this may have been the best managed game Fitz has had since I think we've been following him.
7th win in their last 8 non-conference road games. That is not easy to do. Unimpressed, by the way, were the fans. Last I looked down there, I think it was 97% for Iowa. I think we may have had some Hawkeye fans who were watching the night game weighing in.